Find a seat if you can.
Hey folks, it's Kikoskia here with some more Hearthstone, and it's time for the rise of the zombeasts. What a sinister picture for this brawl, and my is it a spooky one. It's a monstrous mirror match. Take control of a deck teeming with random zombeasts and spells while using a discounted hero power to craft your undead army. Your deck is completely random, and with the zombeasts being an amalgam of two beasts, health, attack, mana cost and text, you can have some far-flung cards thrown at you, some of which are exceptionally powerful, and some which aren't. Not all beasts are created equal after all. The discounted hero power is where you have the control, however. That is a 0 mana hero power, and the Build a Beast thing allows you to stitch those two beasts together from two discovered beasts. So you have a choice of 3 for each, which allows you to tailor things to your needs, or if you can't, just make something really big and devastating. The other change is that you start with 2 mana, which means you have 3 when you get to your first turn, and you only have 20 health, which can make really powerful minions with charge exceptionally devastating. It's poisonous that you have to watch out for though. Quite a lot of beasts have poisonous. Let's see if I can get a good selection of zombeasts as I queue up to try and get my first win. There's a standard pack for the first victory, as usual.
Deathstalker Rexar versus Deathstalker Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. Go. I'll give you a head start.
It's a Deathstalker Rexar mirror match, and I don't want any of these right now. That would be really great if it had poisonous, but it doesn't. So I'm going to get rid of it and see what else I can get. I have misdirection, which could be pretty effective, but otherwise, most of my things aren't that good.
Start running, prey.
Hello, how are you? Let's see if I can make something that'll be good for this turn. That's not going to be great because we aren't going to be facing any pirates unless something really peculiar happens. Let's pick the Vicious Fledgling and make it slightly stronger. We're just going to play a 3 mana 4/4 and see if it sticks on the board. Now if my opponent has a freezing trap, now would be a great time to play it. Or a deadly shot. Is that a deadly shot? Is that a deadly shot? Who can say? Bomb Toss. That's a 0/2. That can be quite devastating with a Leok or a Timberwolf, but right now it seems like I got away with putting my Vicious Fledgling on the board, which means some shenanigans are about to happen, unless that is a 1 mana zombeast that can stop them. Doesn't seem like it is though. Let's make something. I want a jeweled macaw. Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's play that to protect my zombeast here. And go face. Taunt +1/+1 or poisonous. We're going to go with the +1/+1 here. Wind Fury would have been really nice, as it always is with the Vicious Fledgling, but I wasn't so fortunate. We have a huge toad here from the Jeweled Macaw part of the Zombeast. There's nothing stitched onto this. It's just a nice 3/2. Building a beast first, that is always the sensible thing to do, because your plan could completely change depending upon what you create. I do have 7 damage right now, and I am going to strive to get rid of the Goblin Bomb unless my opponent plays something that's a bigger target. And I imagine they will. Silence would also be pretty potent here. A 4/4 chicken that's really, really angry. Oh, how angry that chicken is. All beasts have +1 attack. Seems pretty good to me. Do I want it with lifesteal? No, I want to play this turn. So, let's put that there. And then I feel like infesting here to get more things to play. The poisonous will get rid of that taunt. I'll hit for 6. Then I'll hit for another 6. And then I'll give it more health. This is how quickly this brawl can run away if you get a really good zombeast really early on. My opponent can still clear here. Who knows what zombies they have? Anything with poisonous and charge can get rid of that really nasty minion I've got. A poisonous taunt will do a trick. 2 of them would definitely do a trick. I don't have a way... Ooh! A secret could also do a trick. And coining out something for 4. Flanking strike. That tells me that there's likely to be a freezing trap there. Something I don't want to run my zombeast into. I have 9 cards in my hand. Let us hero power. Crackling Razor Maw. Pretty good. Vicious Scale Hide. That will do. Because then I can adapt this and give it +3 attack and then rush it into something. It's not a freezing trap. Is it a wandering monster? Let's find out. No, it wasn't! Well played. Victory is mine! Ha-ha! And a daily is cleared, and a pack is earned. Marvellous. Let's go again. I was really fortunate with my initial selection of cards and the zombeasts I was able to make. That first zombeast pretty much carried me to victory. I probably won't be so fortunate in the second match. But who knows? We have a worthy opponent.
Deathstalker Rexar versus Deathstalker Rexar.
And are we going first?
Let the hunt begin. Go. I'll give you a head start.
We are not. I'm going to keep Toxic Arrow. That could be useful for some removal. And that's a pretty good zombeast. Just to play early on.
Start running.
Hello.
Prey.
Are you well? A secret. And on the hunt right away. You don't have many cards now, which means that you could run out of resources pretty quickly, not including the zombies that can be made every single turn. Are you going to make a zombies? That is the question. Snipe is actually going to be a pretty good play, considering that my opponent doesn't have very much on hand in terms of resources. My opponent is not going to zombeast. Alright then, let's make something. Desert Hare? Sure. Desert Hare Dire Mole? Yes. Why not? We will coin out the... Actually, I want to go with just playing this. Just have it on the board. And then sniping.
Job's done.
Oh dear. That's unfortunate. There's a 6/6. I played just one too many cards. But in this brawl, a 6/6 is not an insurmountable obstacle. If my opponent Hunter's Marks, however, that could be bad. Now you're going to create a zombeast. And And I don't have a great play for next turn, but I could create a great play for next turn. My opponent will likely run the 1-1 into the 4-1 and then hit me in the face with the 6-6. Alternatively, they might consider the 1-1 more valuable if they have something that can buff attack, and will run the 6-6 in. There's a snipe to get rid of that charging 2-2. And that's a lot of face damage. Okay, let's see what I can make. We have a vicious fledgling. Not going to be so useful this time, but it is the cheapest one. So we'll go with it. Actually, it is going to be quite useful right now, because we can use it to clear the board, or we could instead use the toxic arrow to clear the board. That seems like a slightly better plan. Let us use the toxic arrow, deal 2 damage, run my 4 attack minion in, and then I feel like Venom Strike Trap is a good choice here, because I'm probably going to be playing something that my opponent will really want to run a minion into. You're looking at that card over there. Ooh, Stealth Poisonous. That's not great. Especially with the Scavenging Hyena aspect, that's really not great. But still, this is a pretty low power board. That's still only 1 damage. Cobra Shot. Not so great right now. Bear Shark is pretty nice. The fact that it can't be targeted. Put a 1-cost minion from each deck into the battlefield. No guarantee I'll have one of them. That's 2-4. I'm going to pick the Bear Shark. Bear Shark with charge. Sure. Let's go with that, shall we? You can't target it with any of your hero powers or spells. Deadly Shot will still get rid of it. +3/+3 and Rush dies at the end of the turn. You are just going face. That's the only thing you could be doing with a spell so aggressively cast on your Scavenging Hyena. Although you should really have attacked the 1-1 into there. You can't do that, that's not how Rush works. And there is my Cobra. In fact, with the plus from that and the plus from the 1-1 dying, you actually could have won here. You have given me a chance to stabilize. Not much of a chance though, because I am at 1 health. But I could build something. That has charge. But I'd much rather use this to trade here, like that, and then pressure plate, trade there, hit you in the face. Provided I have 1 health, I'm still in the game. 1 health is exceptionally easy to deal for a hunter though, so it's a very tentative situation I'm in. Anything with charge will get me, a Arcane Shot will get me, Bomb Toss will get me, that Zombeast will get me. Well played. In the end, my opponent just had something really aggressive and went with it, though they could have secured victory the turn before. But they still won anyway. Let's go for 1 more, shall we? Can we make it 2 wins and 1 loss, or will it be 1 and 2? This match will decide. And the cards that I'm given. That'll decide it too.
Deathstalker Rexar versus Deathstalker Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. Go. I'll give you a
Call Pet may actually be pretty good in this brawl, considering how many zombeasts you have in your deck. Also, that's a pretty good zombeast. A 4-3 with charge that could potentially draw me another card. I think I know what I'm playing on turn 1. Unless we get something better, of course. We have a Jeweled Macaw. There is an Arthas for a Death Knight card. That might be good. That's a pretty powerful minion. A 6-mana 6-3. But right now, let's see if we can get another card from our deck. And we can't, because when they equal in mana cost, you haven't won the joust, so you don't get anything. But that is 4 damage. A 5th of my opponent's health. I don't know if I said hello, but I'll say it again. I forgot if I had. Coining out something with Stampede. Wind Fury 3-3. Okay. And you get the zombies. That was a pretty quick pick. That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. I'm very tempted to take that one. But that's also good for this turn. So I'm actually going to pick this one. Poisonous? Poisonous is really good because that combines with the Death Rattle to effectively deal with 2 minions. So I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to trade. I don't want you to buff up the attack of that minion and then hit me for a lot. Next turn I have the 5-mana zombies potentially. That beast is gone, and I deal 1 point of damage to you. Not bad at all. The board is clear, allowing me to take control of it. Potentially. I don't think you can combine 2 of the same beast together in the Build a Beast, which means that you can't have, ooh, there's my copy of that card. Which means you can't have 2 Snow Flipper Penguins put together. That's not bad, discover a beast, but I want a web spinner right now. That's pretty good. That's very good. Poisonous minion? Give a random lifesteal minion in your hand +2/+2 is the one most likely to have an impact here. Apart from Spirit Singer Umbra, with my Zombeast here. That's an interesting combination. A lot of beasts have Death Rattle effects. Building a beast? Good call. This is a trickier choice. Either that or my opponent is pretending it's a trickier choice so that I'm led to believe that it's not going to be a great beast. Or at least a tricky one to decide upon. You're thinking of playing it now. Unless it has Divine Shield, it is going to perish. Very tempted to Spirit Singer Umbra next turn. All, of course, depend upon what my opponent plays. I may end up getting a 2-mana Zombeast. That's probably what I'll try and strive for. Or I could just call Pet. Stealth and Poisonous. And a 1-mana spell. A 1-mana spell. That was an interesting tell there. There's a 1. I think that's actually good. What I'm going to do is Spirit Singer Umbra. And then call Pet. It's not a Zombeast. That's a shame, but I still got that card for next turn, if I want to play it. That Zombeast Arthas giving me a Death Knight card is really good. Poisonous Rush. You could clear the board quite nicely here, which then means that I instead would play something different. That's gone. You're probably going to get rid of Umbra. If you don't, it really benefits me. There goes Umbra. And you still have 2 1/1s, or a 2/1 and a 1/1 in play. I don't want that 2/1 with poisonous in play. I'll probably get rid of it. I could get rid of it with that zombeast, and there is a Echo Rush. Ooh, that's pretty good too. First, we want to make something. We'll have something with Adapt, and we'll have something with Lifesteal and Rush. Okay, I have a number of choices here. And I have a full hand. What I want to do right now is... do I want to shuffle loads of these into my opponent's deck? No, actually, I want to do this. And hit that. Then I want to shuffle that in. Or I could play the beast with him, but actually shuffling this in is probably better. Would you like one? Too bad. You've got one. And I still have some pretty good choices for this next turn. Some of them have Rush. That one's pretty good. And there is an 8-3. Okay. We can definitely get rid of that 8-3. We can use the beast with him to force an attack on a random enemy minion. There is only one minion in play, so let's do it. It's gone. Right. Definitely wanted to do that, so let's now build a beast. Add a random hunter spell. Pretty good. That gives me a board, though. I'll pick that instead. Ooh. Stealth, Death Rattle. We have Divine Shield, Poisonous. And I have 9 cards. I'm going to save the Stampede. I'm going to play this. No targeting it with anything like a arcane shot. Nope, that's not going to work. You can't do that. It can be a little difficult to see under the Divine Shield, but it is spell immune. 2 targeted things. You could still Flame Strike that thing. Not like you'd want to, though. Echo Rush. Only the 3/2, however, is a Rush minion. So you still can't get rid of everything here. And by everything I mean my 1 minion. It's still gonna live. Unless you can buff their attack. You could be able to buff their attack, you can't though. Okay, time to make something. Oh, that's pretty good if I can get Rush. Lifesteal. Not as great. River Crocodile to make a 4/4 for 3. I could Zombeast here for that and get a Death Knight card, but that's not going to live very long. That's kind of the problem. Instead, I'm going to do this and also make that immune. That's gone. Now I want to play this. And I still don't want to hit your face, because if that is a explosive trap, I don't want to trigger it and get rid of my 3/2. It's a pretty good board. Can't do that. It's still not targetable. And the middle minion is too. You can hit the 4/4 though. That minion's a lot more devastating than I thought it would be. Just for the sheer amount of power. The fact that it has stealth isn't the best. I would have preferred taunt, but... aha! You're probably going to run the 2 1s into the 5/4. Alternatively, you could run the one of them into the 3/2 and then the other one into face. Ooh. That's pretty fearsome. However, there is an opportunity here for me to do something quite sneaky. First, zombeast. That's pretty good. With charge, no. With stealth, yes. Let's play this. And then Toxic Arrow my 4/4. Which will then hit this, kill it, and potentially with the, yep, with that, then hit it. Now I'm gonna go face. It's Wandering Monster. It's a 2/4, which will then buff this minion more to an 11 attack minion. And with it being stealthed, you can't hit it with those spells you were desperately trying to hit it with, well, the other minions rather, with before. Deadly Shot will still get it, but Deadly Shot would have got the other ones as well. You need a taunt. You really desperately need a taunt. Because any minion that I can... Ooh, any minion that I can... that is a amalgam with the young Dragonhawk. Once you've seen most of the beasts for a long time, you can sort of figure out which ones have been pieced together to make the zombeasts. Divine Shield Poisonous. I need something that can buff damage. Or something that can charge. Or something cheap. That'll do! That will do nicely. Well played. Discover a 4-cost minion, doesn't matter what it is, run that in, and hit you in the face. Kapow! 2 wins, 1 loss. Not bad. The victory is mine! 10 gold is also mine. Marvellous. Sometimes you can be at an inherent disadvantage just from the things that are in your deck in this Tavern Brawl, but that hero power really allows you to sway things back into your favour, or to try and catch up with an opponent that's got ahead of you. But with only 20 health, as we saw in match number 2, sometimes your opponent can just go, I'm not even going to bother trading, and just hit you in the face a lot. And can really rush you down hard. I did it with my Vicious Fledgling in match 1, and the Scavenging Kind in match 3, much like they did in match 2, but this is also a Tavern Brawl which can really have swing turns. Your opponent can create a really huge zombeast and then just steal the board back. Just destroy everything you have, create massive beasts, and then you create massive beasts, and it just goes one way and then another until one person can just strike a few times at the opponent and claim victory. And so, that was some matches in Rise of the Zombeasts, and when we come back, more Hearthstone. Will there be as many zombeasts? I can pretty much guarantee that there won't be, because I don't have Deathstalker Rexar, and the only way I can get it is through some shenanigans with other cards. But there will be either more Tavern Brawl, or decks that I have crafted myself, full of ingenious ideas, or, alternatively, and much more likely, something very rudimentary and taken to the extreme, to the detriment of my chances of victory. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.